Here, the continuation of the previous class, boys and girls. Today I am here to explain about the data types in Java. Java offers variety of data type. The more data type the programmer handles, greater the strength of the language. Right? There are very few languages like Java which offers variety of data types. Right? I'll give you a simple example. A normal hotel and a 5-star hotel. The difference is, though it is cheap and costly, the matter is, they don't say, because they are well-trained people, whatever the dishes, maybe Chinese, maybe continental, maybe what you call, no matter whichever the cuisine you ask for, they are well-trained, they will serve you. It may pinch your pocket, okay, but they are well trained to do anything and everything in a 5-star hotel. Other lower below that, if you go to any hotel, we have to take what is available. Similarly, Java offers variety, name it anything. Any kind of situation can be dealt with. Even the complex problems can be handled. Right? There are no drawbacks. Maybe very mild one or two slight setbacks may be there, unlike other languages. And let us see what do you mean by a data type. It depends on the programmer what type of data you are going to handle. Are you going to handle a simple data, or are you going to handle the complex data? For example, the simple data is the primitive data. These are the fundamental basics. There are 8 different types of data are there. I will let you know before I can go. Broadly, they are classified into 2. Java, data types in Java. Data types in Java. 2 major classifications are primitive data type and reference data type. What do you mean by primitive? Basics, fundamentals, right? With the help of this primitive, they are built. They are called as reference data type. They are called as reference data type, right? For instance, here, you must have heard about the brick, or you must have heard about the concrete cubes, right? Instead of brick, these days they use the concrete cubes, cement blocks, they say. They are the building blocks. The building blocks is not readily available. The building blocks are made up of some fundamentals. For example, to construct this room, we have to have a sand, we have to have a cement, we have to have a steel, we have to have the chips, right? The rocks are beaten and small chips are there, right? So they make the mixture, the concrete is made, and they bring the shape, right? Similarly, a brick. Brick is not readily available. What they do is, they take this mud, nicely they season it, bring the block, then afterwards they burn it and season it, so it is strengthened. So, sand or mud and the brick. Of course, the brick is made up of course, from the sand or mud, you call it, right? Similarly, building blocks, the cubicle, they say, concrete blocks are there. They are not readily available, they are made up of. So these are all the ones readily available with the help of the primitive. These are the 8 different types of, I am going to tell you elaborately. This is called as primitive data types. Here are the 4 plus 2, 6, 7, 8. These 8 different types of data are known as primitive data types. I repeat again. There are 8 of them are there. Out of 8, 4 of them are integers. What do you mean by that? Number without decimal point. In the previous class also I told you, a number can be represented with the decimal point and without decimal point. When you refer them without decimal point, it can be integer, it can be short integer, it can be long integer, it can be a byte. 4 different types of them. All of them are without decimal number. We call integers. Whenever you deal with the number with a decimal point is known as a floating point value or double precision value. floating point value or double precision value. So 4 plus 2 is how much? 6. What is 7th one is character. Other day I told you whatever is enclosed within single quotation mark, only one keystroke enclosed within open and closed single quotation mark is known as character. And the last one is called as non-numeric. This is all you deal with the numbers. It is not a number. It's not a number. What is this called as boolean? It may carry a value of true or it may carry a value of false. So this 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 produces 8. These 8 different types of data Java offers. All these 8 of them are known as primitive data type. Primitive data type. I use here 2, I use here 1, I use here this, I use this. I make all of them as one compound. Right? Mixture of them I use it as one block. As a combination of variety of data, I use them. That is known as reference data type. Here, what do you mean by reference data type? There are 3 major ones. Classes are reference data type. Interfaces are reference data type. And arrays are reference data type. Okay? Data types, you better pause this video or this branching tree we call, which is available on page number 135. Boys and girls, you can copy down from your textbook. Or pause this video, copy down this. Data types in Java, there are 2 major classifications, primitive data type and reference data type. Right? Primitive data type, they classify into 4. The first one is known as integer. Integer means number without decimal point. What are they? They are all called as byte, short, long and int. Okay, I will tell you the difference between short and long. SHORT and int is one and the same. We call short integer. You write int or SHORT, both are same. Don't write short integer. When you write SHORT, it's understood it's a short integer. Don't write SHORT, int. Don't write. Just short, that's it. Means it's understood it's short integer. Right? Means number without decimal point. At the most you will be using how many values? How many digits? 5 digits. At the most. Now, there is a situation where you need to deal with series of digits. I want to handle 12 digit number, 19 digit number, 15 digit number. So, short will not be helpful. So, you have a keyword called as long. Long means long integer. What does it signify? Long integer where series of digits can be used. At the most, 15 digits can be used. At the most, 15 digits can be used. Long, I told you, short, I told you. int means short. int is short form of SHORT means short. It's also integer. Byte is also an integer type. So, among the 8 of them, 4 of them are integer. 2 more are there. What is called as float, another one is called as double. What is float? Is a number with decimal point. What is the difference between these two? Number with decimal point, this is also number with decimal point. The difference between float and double precision, floating point value or double precision value. What are the differences? Floating point value means a number with a decimal point. After decimal point, at the most you will have 5 digits. I repeat again. Number with a decimal point is known as floating point value. Number with a decimal point is also known as double precision value. What is the difference between these two is? After the decimal point you will have only 5 digits, not beyond that. Now if you want to use a very precise value, an accurate value, what happens is you are recommended to use double. What do you mean by double? After the decimal point, we the programmers can use 15 digits, my dear boys and girls. A number can be of put together 19 digits, of which 15 can be of fractional part. 15 digits cannot be used in float. So after decimal point, if you want a very precise value or an accurate value, you use double precision value. Right? Of course, as I told you, 4 plus 2 is 6. What is 7th one is character. Any one keystroke enclosed within open and closed single quotation mark is known as a character. And the last one is called as Boolean. It may carry a value of true or false. These are all called as reference type. Classes, interfaces and arrays are called as reference data type. Pause this video, otherwise copy down this one in your notebook. I repeat again, I remind you every class. For the last 4 classes I have been reminding you. Those who have not corrected your notebooks, right? I have the habit of calling them notebook, you call them as a copy, right? You must keep your notebook up to date. In the month of February, when the session resumes for the next year, you will have your class level examination first, of which 30 marks for your practicals. So 30 marks, what do I do? I am going to assess you because physically we have not met one another except a bunch of you, very few of you. Most of you, in particular, level humanities, I have not seen single face yet. But still I could see your answer script and I corrected also. What I want to tell you, boys and girls, is this. You keep your notebook up to date. Whatever the online classes I have taken, you keep them up to date in your notebook. I will correct it. If they are well kept, if all the contents are there, you will be rewarded full mark. Then 70 marks for your examination, which will be likely to be held in the first or second week of Feb. Okay, boys and girls? Now, let me continue this. Next one, other day, in the previous class I told you, this is the last exercise of class 11. I try to finish today, if not one more class I will take. There comes end of your class 11 syllabus. Okay, dear boys and girls, here I go. What I intend to do is, I wanted to convert algebraic expression into Java form. Here a few of them I'll tell you. Okay, convert algebraic expression into Java form. Okay, here I go. What the first one is? The first one goes like this. 9c by 5 plus 32. How do I convert? It's understood 9c is 9 asterisk c. Between 9 and c there is a multiplication. So you cannot, this is the algebraic way of writing. What is the Java way of writing is, you must write like this. 9 into c. Division has to be written in a slash. What do you have? 5 plus 32. This is algebraic form. This is the Java form. Okay, here I go. Okay, here I go. ut plus of 80 square u into t, u asterisk t plus of into a into t square. T square can be written as t into, okay, here the third one is area of a triangle is equal to square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Wherever there is a square root, boys and girls, you are expected to write, because you will not find a square root on your keyboard. What you do is, the whole lot is there in square root. You must write math. I'll tell you what it is. SQRT is the shortest form. You have a square root function, like in a calculator, you press a shift button which is yellow in color, then press the square root, then the square root value function gets evaluated, right? What do you mean by that? There are some pre-programmed buttons out there like EXP, square root, sine, cos. How does it gets triggered? How does it works? By pressing a different color key which is yellow in color. When you press this and press that one, that program gets activated. If whenever you wanted square root, SQRT is the shortest form of square root. When this is available, it's available in a built-in class, ready-made class called as math. I'll tell you what it is. Sine, cos, tangent, okay, raised to the power, SQRT, ABS, all these functions are available under math. So what do you have inside the square root? S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Do you understand? S is there as it is, this they are given the parenthesis, this they are given the parenthesis, this they are given the parenthesis. I repeat again. This we call it as a parenthesis, this we call it as a square bracket, this we call it as a braces. Parenthesis PARANTHESIS. Boys and girls, have a look. A algebraic expression, this is not allowed in Java. The only thing which is allowed is called as not bracket. Here we call it as parenthesis. Okay. Yeah. Then it's all given S into S minus A into S minus C into S minus. The whole lot is there under a square root. Whenever there is a square root, you must write math.sqrt. What do you mean by SQRT? SQRT is a built-in method, ready-made method, which is there under a class called as math. Here, fourth one I will. Okay, P into 1 plus the base and the base. P to the power of 12 minus Q to the power of 14 plus PQ. How do you write it? Here, T square, we wrote T into T because only two tries is there. But I cannot write P for 12 times, no. It's a punishment. I cannot write Q into 14 times. So whenever there is a raised to the power, here this also raised to the power, T square was there. But it says T into T, all of us understand. It's simple mathematics, right? So whenever there is more than 2 or 3, I advise you to use this method called as math.POW. What does it signify? Power. P to the power of 12 minus, again this to the power is there, again I must write math.POW of Q to the power of 14 plus P into Q. What do you understand? Whenever there is a raised to the power, we must use math.POW. Don't pronounce it as pow. It's a shortest form of power. Right? P to the power of 12. Q to the power of 14. P into Q. What do you mean by that? So this POW like SQRT is square root. POW is a raised to the power which is under the class called as math. Similarly, Q to the power of 14 which is raised to the power of Q to the power of 14 is under POW. Okay, P into Q. Right? Then, one more I'll tell you. PTR by 100. How do I write it? P into R slash 100. 6 more. P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power of T minus P. It's a component. How do I write it? So P into The whole raised to the power of t is there. So whenever there is a raised to the power, what equals to use? Math dot POW. Okay, 1 plus r by 100 raised to the power of t. I repeat again, 1 plus r by 100 I wrote within the bracket. The whole lot raised to the power of t. POW means what? Math dot POW means this raised to the power of t minus p. Because minus p is given. So last one which I do it, there are quite a good number of expressions are there in the exercise. You can do by yourself. Okay, here 4 by 3 5r square h. What do we do it? 4 slash 3. All of us know pi isn't there on your keyboard. So all you know pi value is 22 by 7. So write 22 by 7. Otherwise math.pi also you can write. But then you write 22 by 7. R square. So should I use r into r? Should I use math.p? Whichever you wanted, you can write. Choice is yours. Okay. So what it is, if you want r into r or into h. Otherwise, sir, why do we write 1? Can I not use math.r comma 2? You can't use it. Okay, boys and girls, this is how, these are all the 7 algebraic expressions are there, I wrote. Equivalent to that, the Java form is also there. What you need to understand, boys and girls, is this: any formally, any expression, no matter it is small or big or average one, the whole lot has to be in a single line. However, everything is in one line. Okay? The focal point is what? The expression is going to be in a single line. Okay, boys and girls, I think this would be the second last class. One more class I will take you and I'll wind up the year. Okay, year's academic portion. There are so many videos I have done it. They will be uploading. Okay, keep watching, boys and girls. Till we meet you next. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Stay safe and stay blessed. Bye-bye.